here we are working on an oldie but still goldie, a simple and efficient business solar power station. As you know, there is no secret that the world is going through a deep energy crisis right now. As you know, Moldova is affected even deeper than most of the other countries, just because we have only 25 to 26% of the total energy consumption generated locally, and only 11.2% is from renewable sources, with all the rest relying on imports. In October this year, we had to switch from natural gas to oil and coal burning for 2 weeks. We needed to borrow large amounts of electricity from Ukraine in order to maintain the national electrical grid active. Struggling so much with the energy and having so little produced locally, despite being in a good geographical position, we still have only 7% of total renewable energy generated by the photovoltaics. As you can see, the energy market in Moldova is big enough to accommodate the quickly growing production from renewables. As of 2020, only 300,000 euros of more than 66 million euros was the share for the photovoltaics. There is plenty of room for us, especially with the new pro-European, pro-green energy government and parliament here. It is also worth to mention that the worldwide switch to green energy makes this business a stable and profitable enterprise. So having all these numbers and the ascending worldwide trend for greener energy, we decided to join the little army of photovoltaic producers, selling to the state most of our production and still gathering around us the local farmers and the electrical car supercharging stations as our clients in the future. In the last years, Moldova has put into place some new and pro-renewable laws. It made the process of building photovoltaic farms, licensing and putting them into work quite simple. It takes only around 3 to 4 months altogether. We have done a deep study, went into all details and commenced a plan on how to penetrate the market, get successful, and even scale to the maximum in a couple of years. So please meet our teams, 2 engineers and a specialist in economics that have the experience of working together in a big international energy company. And this makes us a great player capable of setting up such a business and successfully manage it for years. So what we have a plot of land that can accommodate up to 1.6 megawatt of solar panels, a plan with all calculation, a pre-contract with a solar panel importer to design, build, and commission the station. We have available our own funds to invest in building a 100 kilowatt station. Apart from this, we decided to look for co-investors and bring to them the investment options. So we have 3 options here. One is for 400 kilowatt station with the return of investment in 6.2 years as of now. And I'll mention something else just when I finish with the options. Then the option number 2 is for 1 megawatt station with the investment return in 5.6 years. And the third option is for 1.6 megawatt station with investment return in 5.6 years. But as I wanted to mention that just 2 days ago, it has been announced that the Moldovan government is building a plan in order to make those investments even better. They are planning to divide the preferential tariffs in 3 groups. So the smaller stations will be prioritized and they'll bring even better tariffs than we have calculated here. Unfortunately, we haven't seen yet what are exactly the tariffs that they're going to apply us. It's still, they're still working on it, and they promised to come back in a couple of weeks and just bring the numbers. So as I said, please pay a minute, have a look at these offers, make a move, and after which you'll just have to lay back and enjoy your profits. Thank you for your attention, and please have questions.
Thank you, Oleg. You're also getting better and better in the pitching. That's great.
Yes, hopefully next year will be much better.
No, there's not going to be next year. You're going to get everything now. So
that was a joke.
Let's go to the questions.
Yes, please.
How do you look into grow the business? How do you want to look into scale this business?
Yes, that's simple. Just by reinvesting and reinvesting the profits and building more and more of these stations on the lands that are available just beside our land there. It's very cheap to hire the lands, especially just because it's been announced that there will be no more restrictions for the land designation, as before there was needed to have a land designated for construction in order to build, but it's being removed right now, so any land can be used for building the solar stations. And our land, for example, can fulfill a station up to 1.6 megawatts. And we have, by the moment, we have only available investment for 120 kilowatts. So it's still a lot of space to grow up on this particular land, but we still have available another 3 plots for our own land.
May I have a question, please?
Sure. Thank you.
I'm from Hungary. I'm Laci. My question would be, it's not very clear for me that who would be the buyer of this solar energy? Is there a state-owned big electric company who would buy, or what is the system? And you mentioned that there would be a system for solar energy, or I mean for clean energy, because in the EU, in each country, there is a better price for clean energy, better than for the gas or coal energy. So how does it look like, and does it work? Does it really work for a long term, for 5 years, or do they change it every year? Or so can you tell a little bit about that? And so, and the last question would be that are these solar cells available in Moldova, or you think that the investor should take care of importing these devices to Moldova to build up the solar power plant on your land?
Okay, thanks for the question. So first of all, in Moldova, if you invest in a solar power station without your own consumption, then you sell all the energy produced to the special state company Energocom, and they offer a preferential tariff, which is by now 0.94 euro cents per kilowatt. But they just announced day before yesterday that they're gonna improve those tariffs and make them even better. Then
0.009 or 0.90 or what?
0.94 euro cents.
0.94. It seems to be quite high.
Yes, that's what we have at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
There was an impediment until 2 days ago. There was an impediment that you had to wait for a quotation to be offered by the state regulator. And there is a line of 42 small companies, altogether 4.2 megawatts, now waiting for nearly a year to get that quotation. But it's been announced 2 days ago, just 2 days ago, that for the next 4 years until 2025, they offer 70 megawatts quotation for anybody that would like to invest in photovoltaics. So this is quite a lot. And they, as I mentioned before, they also announced that they're going to split those preferential tariffs and make them even higher for the smaller investments. So there is the first group will be 20 to 50 megawatt, then 50 to 200 megawatt, and 200 to 1 megawatt. Kilowatts, sorry, kilowatts, and then the 200 kilowatt, 1 megawatt, and the smaller farms will have better tariffs. Anything that is bigger than 1 megawatt it sells for just half of it's 0.42 euro cents. But as I said, our plot of land can accommodate 1.6, so it can just be split into separate companies and still be under 1 megawatt and get those preferential tariffs.
Yeah. So are the devices available there? I mean, the
Yes.
solar cells, and
Yes.
what would be the investment cost? What do you think for the small plant or the bigger one? I don't know.
Okay, I'll move back to that slide, and you can see that the costs. It's for 400 kilowatts. It's 175K from the co-investor.
Okay.
Yeah, and each one has the numbers here. So we have companies that are importing the last generation solar panels and all the equipment that comes with it, as the upscaling transformers and the all the other necessary equipment, and it's been built very quick, and you can also outsource all the maintenance that they require. Normally they give 15 years of warranty for the panels themselves and 10 years for the other equipment so
it's usual.
Yeah, this is quite a lot. And
Thank you, Alex.
and it's still cheaper than in Europe, just because our import taxes on some of the devices as transformers, it's a bit lower. Then there is another opportunity also to use the state's 0% VAT for the import of green energy equipment. So that makes the investment quite profitable.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions, please? What is your unique value proposition here? Because what I see here is, okay, it's a good investment in a commodity, which is energy right now, but how you actually looking to grow this business? I mean, what would be your position versus any other who can actually, rent the land and buy the same equipment that you're buying and, and compete with that? I mean, the price, of course, is not variate much because the energy is quite, how's called, needed. But I want to understand how you are actually looking to grow this business. How, if I invest, how I gonna secure that this business is gonna continue growing?
Okay, first of all, what makes us different? We have a plot of land that is just underneath of two very powerful power lines. One is for 35 kilovolts and the other one is for 110 kilovolts. So there is a pylon that stays just at the end of our plot of land, and the connection is very easy and much cheaper than would be somewhere else, which any distance that you have to put connections will make your investor more expensive. So it's a very good opportunity. Then this land is just 25 kilometers from the capital city, so it makes the maintenance cheap as well. Then how do you plan to grow? Just by reinvesting the profits from whatever we will invest at the beginning, and expand this to the other plots of land which are facing south. We have three pieces of land there, so that's the plan.
Thank you.
Thank you.